Hey there YouTube fam! Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on our latest content. Today we're diving into a topic that I know a lot of you have been asking for. How to humble a narcissist and leave them powerless. This is a tricky subject, but if you stick around, you'll learn how to handle these situations with finesse and dignity. Let's jump right into it. So let's get one thing clear from the start. Dealing with a narcissist is no easy task. Narcissists are people who thrive on admiration, control, and power. They'll manipulate, charm, or bulldoze anyone who stands in their way, and they'll do anything to protect their fragile ego. But just because they're skilled in their tactics doesn't mean they can't be humbled or left feeling powerless. It's all about understanding their psychology and using it against them in a smart, respectful way. First, it's crucial to remember that a narcissist feeds on attention. They crave validation and control over others because it fuels their sense of superiority. The more you give in to their desire for admiration or play into their ego, the more power they hold. So, the first step in humbling a narcissist is to strip away that attention. You want to cut off their supply, which might mean disengaging from arguments, refusing to feed their need for praise, or simply not reacting to their provocations. Think of it like this. Every time you don't give them what they want, you're taking away a little piece of their power. Narcissists also love playing the victim card when things don't go their way. They'll often try to manipulate the narrative to make themselves look innocent or misunderstood, while blaming others for their problems. They're experts at making you feel like you're the one who's at fault. The key here is not to engage. Refuse to be drawn into their pity games. Stay firm in your boundaries and don't let their emotional manipulation get to you. When you stop reacting to their self-pity or dramatics, you leave them with nowhere to turn. They're left standing there, frustrated and powerless because their usual tricks aren't working on you. Another tactic to humble a narcissist is to master the art of calm indifference. This is where your emotional intelligence really comes into play. Narcissists often expect you to get upset, emotional, or defensive, and they feed off of that emotional energy. But when you stay calm, composed, and emotionally unbothered by their behavior, it throws them off balance. They can't handle being ignored or treated as if they don't matter. When a narcissist realizes that their usual mind games aren't affecting you, it completely disarms them. They might lash out even harder at first, but as long as you maintain your cool, they'll eventually back off because they're not getting the reaction they crave. Now let's talk about boundaries. Narcissists are notorious boundary pushers. They'll try to invade your personal space, manipulate your emotions, and control your decisions. One of the most effective ways to humble them is to set clear, firm boundaries, and most importantly, to stick to them. This might be the most challenging part, especially if the narcissist is someone you care about, like a family member, friend, or romantic partner. But the truth is, you need to protect your mental and emotional well-being first. By standing your ground and enforcing your boundaries, you take away their power to control you. They might try to push back, gaslight you, or make you feel guilty, but this is all part of their playbook. Don't give in. Silence can be your best weapon when dealing with a narcissist. In many cases, the most powerful thing you can do is not respond at all. Narcissists hate being ignored. To them, attention, whether positive or negative, is still attention. So when you stop engaging with their manipulations, arguments, or self-centered conversations, it leaves them feeling powerless. Silence shows them that you're no longer playing their game, that you're in control of your reactions, and that they don't have the influence over you they once did. This lack of response can send a strong message that their behavior is no longer tolerable. Another important aspect to consider is not allowing the narcissist to isolate you from others. Narcissists often try to cut off their targets from supportive relationships, whether it's with friends, family, or even coworkers. They do this because they know that isolation makes you easier to control. Don't fall into this trap. Surround yourself with people who truly care about you, who validate your feelings, and who can help keep you grounded. Having a strong support system is one of the best ways to stay resilient against a narcissist's manipulation. When they see that they can't cut you off from the people who lift you up, it takes away one of their most effective tactics. You also want to keep in mind that humbling a narcissist doesn't mean stooping to their level. It's not about seeking revenge, playing mind games, or trying to hurt them in return. Instead, it's about taking back control of your own emotions, your own reactions, and your own life. Narcissists thrive on chaos and conflict, so if you engage in tit for tat, you're only giving them more fuel. Instead, focus on self-respect and emotional maturity. The more you rise above their drama, the less power they have over you. By maintaining your integrity, you're showing the narcissist that they don't control you. And nothing is more humbling to them than that. Now let's address the elephant in the room. A lot of people wonder whether it's even possible to truly humble a narcissist. The reality is that many narcissists will never change. Their inflated sense of self-importance and lack of empathy run deep. But the goal here isn't to change them. It's to protect yourself from their influence and render their manipulative tactics ineffective. Once you stop feeding into their ego and remove yourself from their toxic dynamics, they naturally start losing their grip over you. You're not necessarily defeating the narcissist in the traditional sense, but you're taking away their power over your life, and that's where true victory lies. Sometimes the best way to humble a narcissist is simply by walking away. Narcissists hate losing control, and nothing represents a loss of control more than someone choosing to leave. Whether it's ending a toxic friendship, relationship, or even stepping away from a job where a narcissistic boss reigns, walking away can be the ultimate power move. It sends a message that you value yourself too much to stay in a relationship where you're being mistreated or manipulated. Narcissists often rely on the belief that their victims won't leave, that they'll keep coming back for more. But when you walk away for good, you leave them with nothing. Now, I want to make sure I mention that dealing with a narcissist, especially in close relationships, can be emotionally exhausting. It's not easy to consistently set boundaries, maintain your calm, and disengage from their manipulation. Sometimes, despite your best efforts, you may feel drained, anxious, or overwhelmed. It's important to take care of your mental and emotional health in these situations. Seek support from a therapist, counselor, or even friends who can provide an outside perspective and help you process what you're going through. The stronger you are emotionally, the less power the narcissist has over you. Lastly, one of the most effective ways to humble a narcissist is to simply live your life well. Narcissists often try to tear others down to elevate themselves, and they can't stand seeing people they once controlled thrive without them. By focusing on your own growth, happiness, and success, you indirectly show the narcissist that their influence is meaningless. They no longer have a hold on your life, and that realization can be devastating to them. The best part is you're not doing it for them, you're doing it for yourself. And that's where your real power lies. To wrap things up, humbling a narcissist is all about reclaiming your own power and removing yourself from their manipulative games. Whether it's through disengagement, setting boundaries, or simply walking away, the key is to stay emotionally grounded and not let them control your reactions. It's not about changing the narcissist or getting revenge, but about empowering yourself to live a life free from their influence. So I hope this video has given you some valuable insight into dealing with narcissists and how to leave them powerless. Remember, it's a process and it takes time, but it's absolutely possible. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for more content like this. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.